Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to today's Games Away, and today we are gonna have a first look at a brand new game that just got released a few minutes ago, and that game's name is Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. It's a brand new game from CD PROJECT RED, well, not so brand new, because it's sort of based around the Gwent minigame from original Witcher that was made into the multiplayer card game Gwent, and now with the release of 1.0 version of Gwent, we're getting the single player as well as a separate game. So that's what it is. It is going to be a single player card game, which is going to be pretty brilliant, I'm sure. Now, this Let's Play is gonna have some story spoilers. You know, it's the beginning of the game mostly. I'm gonna do about 4 episodes, so if you don't want to spoil it for yourself, go ahead and skip this type of videos. But if you want to have a look at the game, see if it's worth to buy, if it's good for you, go ahead and watch. And for more Let's Plays like this, for some chill streams, for some reviews and opinions and giveaways, why don't you press that subscribe button? So let's do it. I'm choosing the battle hardened difficulty because I'm already battle hardened. Now I already started the game, but unfortunately file alarm in my apartment came out as started, and it's just
the year 12
wasn't that great. Anyways, I'll let you enjoy the cinematic. It's quite cool. I'm not gonna talk over when they are talking, so that's it.
Greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Neve, queen of the twin realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Neve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Hail, Your Majesty. Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end letters were exchanged, documents signed. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Spala, the bandits, I was to tend to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Now, what can we do? We can scold him and we can comfort him. I think we're gonna be good Queen Maeve.
Steady, Caldwell. Come
That's
now.
the
Deep
main
breath.
character that we're playing as.
All right, speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As Your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Locheren. We waited for nightfall to surprise them. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
So the gold? All of it?
It's stolen, Your Grace, but I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be Your Grace's wish.
After weeks in the saddle, your Grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Okay, so here we are in the game. A little bit of tutorial. It handles like a Diablo game, you know, running around by clicking your mouse. I already went through all this, so I know exactly what to do. Yeah, we can gather materials by exploring the world. Like over here. We got some gold coins from a tree stump or whatever that was. Now we're gonna get some soldier strength. Click this. Click that, and then we can talk to the lady.
They stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold.
I'd pretty much say the Milka was a cow, but I'm not sure how she told them where the gold is buried. And here's the first obstacle in our path. Your Majesty, it seems someone's felled an old oak, which now blocks the road. Unfortunately, our wagons cannot go around it. How do you wish to proceed? Well, we got loads of gold, we got lots of wood, so let's select that. We're gonna keep the soldier strength.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meve charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
And first battle of the game is gonna be easy one, I guess. Meve has convinced the bandits would flee to the cover of the forest upon realizing their grave mistake. After all, no ordinary bandit would dare attack the retinue of a queen. Yet the strays of Spala were of a different breed. They held nothing sacred. Look at them. They got some intricate masks. Let's start it. Let's do that. So, this is a tutorial battle. I'm gonna skip all that because, you know what, I played a bit of Gwent in my time.
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
Okay, I don't need to read that.
Your Grace.
So, the point of this game, or the battle, is to have, in the end of the turn, have more of your soldier presence than enemies, so you can see that they have 3 of these soldiers. I have 7 of these, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna drop them up over here.
The earth they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
And this guy has an ability that if I select the leader, I can strengthen the unit.
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
And that's it. Strengthened plus it got boosted by 5 because it has the loyal ability. So let's end the turn now. See what enemies do. Whenever an enemy takes damage, boost self by 1. Okay, so we don't want to lose anything. And damage an enemy by the number of cards on this row. It has 2 reach, so I cannot shoot up over here, but I can shoot at this guy. And he lost 2 points because there are 2 cards up over here. Now let's end the turn.
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Move. What was it? Move 1 unit to the row opposite this unit and damage them by 1. Oh, we don't want to do that. Play a copy of each adjacent unit from your deck. So Boom, let's go in the middle.
A lesson in humility coming now.
Now we can shoot over here. And this guy can go up there. You know, just to have some presence in the front lines. Probably should have...
Yes, our victory is
No,
assured.
he's alright here because then we could have
May they sing
damaged
praises of this triumph
a lot.
for ages.
Now we won. We won the game, did we? The end of the last turn. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of a round will win the round. In the event of a tie, both players will receive a victory point.
The battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive.
Okay, so second round. We have a last 3 cards.
Battle formation! Protect the queen!
Now, what I want to check, if, yeah, I can position them up here. So you go up here,
Should have listened to me, old lady.
just so this guy has better reach. Ooh. He moved me. Well,
This harvest will be
I'm not gonna get defeated here.
We'll catch them all!
Now, move up over here and shoot this guy. Why not? And we can use the leader's ability, so go on ahead. Strengthen this guy. Both of them got boosted because I used the loyalty. And now I can pass because I don't have any more cards to play. You won 2 rounds in a row, which Jesus, what I'm talking about. Which means you are the battle's victor. Congratulations.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandits stood not a chance.
And this is how the combat works. Pretty much. I mean, doesn't look like much, but it is fun, and once you build a deck, it's
Matters
great.
seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Neve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
Oh, we got us some bandits! Woohoo! You can see we left quite a mess up over here. So let's pick some stuff up. Nice.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the pearl of the north, with its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I
Did I
go down to
say
count.
this game is
Pitch camp
gorgeous?
here. Our soldiers need
Absolutely
respite.
beautiful.
A spell of it they deserve.
Because it is. To survey your army, you must first pitch a camp. So we can... this is our camp now. Camp buildings allow you to expand your army and give access to important information. Most camp buildings can be improved in your workshop. These improvements will give you access to stronger units, thus easing your journey down the line. So that's the one. We can build tents. Upgrade the tent to level 2. There we go. And now we have access to a map. So we can go to command tent. Where was it? Up over here. And this is our deck. Oh, this is quite extensive. I'm just reading it really quick. Your deck must contain a minimum of 25 cards while not exceeding your army's recruit cap. Currently your recruit cap sits at 125 points. To create new cards, you need a particular resource. Recruits, so that's the one, isn't it? Craft a Wagenburg card. Craft now one of those cards, so that's the one. Let's recruit these guys. Boom. Damage all units on an enemy. Ah, that was too fast. I missed it. But we can add this to our deck. We have 125 points. We have a minimum 25 cards. So that's the one. In the Royal Tent, you can view the letters and maps you received so far, as well as keys and card fragments. The Royal Tent screen can also be accessed from the main game screen by pressing the knapsack icon. Alright, so let's check the map. Nothing in there. Letters. Your Highness, artisans for Gravador have prepared a new tapestry pattern for your throne room. I've included an engraving of the design. You will be pleased with it, I hope, a Cintrian lion inherited from King Coram. First. I was like, why is there eye? Bird fangs offer stunning realism, and the ancestral sword of the Delans of Temeria appears as if forged in the very depths of Mahakam. I've no doubt it shall prove the castle's last masterpiece. Okay, I'm not gonna read these because that would be pretty much everything. Some reports. So those the Royal Tent, Command Tent, and we have a Mess Tent where we can talk to companions. Who's that guy?
A bit of respite, Reynard.
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Alas, I've come to fear villain might simply not be cut
I just
out to
chose
be a
the
king,
first option.
let alone a good one.
A hard
Just to go
judgment,
through
Your Grace.
everything.
Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances. Events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise, we must hope Ansaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady?
I don't. But
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Doomed to end badly.
talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, Reginald listened, raptly and silently. And when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use it myself.
Clever and lucky.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognised and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly.
And let's go.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Grey Rider. Who's that? Oh, it just tells us what we did, pretty much. Okay, so let's exit the camp and let's find another battle. Oh, this is the map. Wow, that's stunning. So here is the main quest, and stunning and huge. My God, well, we started up over here, so this is what we walked through. Well, let's go. Let's move on. Here's some fella.
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why, I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me. Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace.
Yeah, keep complaining. Nobody cares. Let's go. What's this? We can pray here. Your army's morale can change. Neutral morale has no impact on your cards, whereas low morale lowers each unit's strength. Oh. We need to pray for a better morale. And we have another battle. Some ghouls. Necrophages.
Drawn here by blood scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm. I won't allow it. Attack!
Attack! I will kill them fast. So let's start the battle. A trophy is a unique type of card and you can have only one in your deck at a time. It will automatically appear on a battlefield at the beginning of match. Okay, I didn't know about that. Permanent Resilience. Whenever a Meep uses her ability to reduce her cooldown by 1. Okay.
We shouldn't exclude the possibility, my lord. And great caution we must exercise.
Your rows are now covered in fog, which is just one of several row effects you will encounter. We can remove it. I guess, somehow.
Raymond, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure you're
Foglet.
It's the first
I remember this one from The Witcher. And from Gwent. Okay, well, we're gonna put this guy up over here. Basically, if I would have to drop him up over there, he would drop by 1, I believe. Okay, Maeve, don't do anything.
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first, until, that is, they fill their guts. Seemed to become quite powerful then.
Okay, this is our archer. What happened? Let's give him more. Then we'll boost him again. 25. Wait, I forgot we're playing against these guys.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Okay, and he passed. Can I end the turn? I guess I can't.
Give me a target.
Let's kill this fella. Now we can pass, and we wander around.
So fortunate we routed the beast before they had a chance.
In Gwent, one of the best tactics is, you know, to pass and keep some cards for laters. So a trophy is here, it has resilience, so it stays there. I'm gonna drop this guy up here.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Consume unit in your graveyard and boost self by its power. So that's why he has 5 now.
Not well at all.
No. I don't want to. Well, I guess I can. Okay, let's end the turn. Oh.
Strong as steers they've grown.
He
And they show no
consumed some
fear.
of ours.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. Have witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses.
I'm not... What? What just happened? That was an enemy's ability.
My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Okay, so now we're gonna... Yeah, alright, so we are still in the tutorial. Now we're gonna end the turn to preserve one of our cards. And then it's gonna be the third round, in which we're gonna have one card extra. Ooh, some new ones. That's the Wagenburg. Damage all units on enemy row. Buy this unit armor amount, then lose all armor.
Look there! Yet another abomination.
No, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
To get things started, play Wagenburg on a melee row. The ability of this card becomes more powerful with each additional unit that is played on the same row after it. Okay, so let's just do that. That's a melee row. Cards that have order ability can be activated manually at any time you choose during your turn, but only after enough time has passed. Fair enough. Let's do that. But the guy's gonna eat someone again. Ooh. Not good, not good. Now I'm going to shoot at this guy. Boom. And we can use the ability. Nice. Sorted. And we're gonna protect Wagenburg, because that's our main thing there. Ooh, it's close, it's close. We have 15, he has... No, we have 16, he has 15. Play Reynard on a melee row.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Do that. And we can damage this guy. Don't have to... Well, could have killed off that one, but in the next turn I'm going to actually damage by 4 some of these, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. He has no more cards. There we go. Boom. Cool is done. We'll pass. We pass. That's what I said.
The beast hadn't a chance against us.
Oh,
Victory
victory
is ours.
is ours. And that's it. That was the battle. That's the game. We are still in the tutorial, sort of, so it's only gonna get better. Got some letter. Nice. We put it in a stack of letters that we have in our camp. And I'm gonna, you know, just put a cut in here. Let me know what you think. If it is the game that you were hoping for to be in the next Witcher game. I think it's brilliant. I love Gwent. And I'm so sure I'm gonna enjoy exploring this lush world. So, once again, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. And enjoy your evening, afternoon, ghoul party, whatever you're just having. That is out.